Oh, sorry. One more time.
This place is dangerous. Hey, I am Omar Miller, and I'm here to answer questions from the Daily Mailbag. See that? What do we got? Whoa, spread them out. Eviction notice. Let's get that one off the table. All right, let's fire something up. How'd you channel that southern grit for sinners? Was it research, rhythm, or just raw instinct? Well, I'm going to tell you the truth. My father is actually from where the movie takes place. So I channeled my father and his siblings a lot, and I twisted up my tongue to sound like a southern kid. We had a dialect coach, which I wasn't too worried about because all I did was impersonate my father. Aunts, uncles, and parents came into play in this one, and it worked out, although they are nowhere near as frisky as cornbread is in the film. You'll get that after you see it. Okay. Unaddressed, blank. This is like taking a risk because you're answering a call butt naked. No caller ID, no nothing. Hopefully there's no anthrax. You were part of Miracle St. Anna, directed by the legend Spike Lee. What's something Spike told you on set that stuck with you? Honestly, something Spike said on set to me that I think about a lot is that it's about the canon of work. Some films have a hard time finding their audience in the immediate sense, but it's about the canon of your body of work and how important that is to keep an eye on that. It's a marathon. It's a long-term play. Yeah, that's what I got. Thanks, Spizike. My canon of work would be described by diverse, from cartoons to horror films and comedies and dramas and everywhere in between. It's been great because I get to mix it up. Everything is different. I've gotten to tour the world on the studio's dime. Don't tell anyone. It's been a fun ride. It really has. Oh, my OnlyFans is available as well. It's omarmiller.sinner.feetpics. So, do you still have to audition for roles? What's the process like this far along in your career? Yes and no. Sometimes I audition and sometimes I don't. It depends on whether or not the filmmaker knows me. Ryan wrote this for me, but somebody still made me audition. Not Ryan, but somebody else wanted me to audition, even though he wrote the piece for me. So sometimes the cookie crumbles like that in Hollywood. Auditioning when I first got started was awesome because I'm super competitive. So I actually enjoy auditioning. You would go in a room with a bunch of people who look like you, and it was all on who got the job. Thank God not many people look like me, so it worked out in my favor most of the time. I've probably had less auditions in my career than my friends who work have in a year. So I just have a high conversion rate. On the real. It says, sell. All right, here we go. Now the official Manila. These are the ones the contracts come in. So hopefully on this one, somebody is trying to pay me. And nope, just another question about my career. Anyways, what's a question people never ask you in interviews that you really wish they would? I wish people would ask me exactly what it is that you do every day when you're making a movie. For Sinners, an incredible thing happened because we were shooting outside in a bayou in a swamp. An actual alligator came on set and hung out, and we had a wrangler that had to take him off a set. Big old 8-foot alligator. There was so much stuff that happens on every film that makes every film different. I remember once on 8 Mile, we shot a 19-hour day. It was craziness. Fun fact, that night, Eminem actually performed at the Fox Theater in Detroit. After work, he went and got on stage and rocked the mic. It was crazy. I was like, man, this guy's stamina's through the roof. All right, what do we got here? The Academy Award for UK Daily Mail bag goes to... You've been on set since the early 90s. That's a lie. What are the biggest differences you've noticed between shooting something like Sorority Boys back in 2002 and working on the set today? A huge difference between then and now is everything is consolidated. Movies were a big, huge deal when I got involved. They were expensive, and there was perks, and this, that, and the other. They're really cutting the margins now because the business has changed, and you notice it at work. Everything is skinnier. Seems like, punk-ass Doge just got a hold of the movie sets, which isn't great. But the upside is things move faster because we're shooting most of the time on digital and not film. Now, Sinners was shot on film, and that was a throwback that I was very excited about. Each take is more precious when you're shooting on film. And I like that because it raises the stakes and everything you do matters just a little bit more. This is my first film ever shot on IMAX, and the camera's dumb loud. It's really loud. It's like, it sounds like the camera is broken. But no, that's their method. Let us see what we have next in the Daily Mailbag. You've done network TV, indie films, blockbusters, and voiceover work. Which pays the best and which is the most fun to do? Without question, network television pays you the best. And it gives you a crazy broad appeal because on network TV, you're in people's bedrooms. So I have people come up to me and say wild stuff. Like, man, my wife sleeps with you every night. I'm like, oh, all right, that's weird. So many envelopes. What's it like being 6'6"? And have you ever wished you were shorter? I love being 6'6", even though now I'm probably shrunk down to about 6'4.5" or 6'5". That part sucks. I never wanted to be shorter, except for everybody that I know that's over 6'3" has some sort of problem with their knees, including me. It's the only reason I can see that there's an advantage for being smaller, and the fact it seems like tiny people live a very long time. You never see a 6'6" person walking around at 95. You just don't. I don't know. I don't get to choose these things. But the kind of life you get to live when you are a tall man is worth the shortened space, I would say, because it's pretty action-packed. You have a bird's eye view for everything. Life is just better up high, even with a bum knee. Sorry. You know what's cool about being tall and big, if you get them both, is that you have the opposite of Napoleon syndrome. You have no interest in constantly proving yourself. If you get in a fight, hey, what can you do? You gotta get busy. Chances are you got the advantage. You know, a lot of perks. A lot of perks. And chicks dig the height. IMDb says you have 90. Wow, really? IMDb says you have 94 total acting credits. Which was your favorite role and which was your least favorite? My favorite role was Sam Train in Miracle of St. Anna, without question, without a doubt. And that was a blast. That movie changed my life. Shout out to Spike Lee. Thanks for the shot. My least favorite is probably one I can't even remember because I can't remember 94 roles. Jeez. There was a couple things I had to do when money got funny and change was strange that I would have rather not done, but I'm not going to tell you that, Daily Mail. I might have to work with them again. Cold world. All right, let's keep it going here. Did Ryan Coogler say anything on set that completely reframed how you saw your character? No. Ryan is one of the more powerful directors working in the world today. But Ryan is working with you. He didn't speak in absolutes or say something that completely reframed things. What Ryan did was he laid out a lot of the historical context of the film. The 1930s in Mississippi, in a rural area with sharecroppers and domesticated folks and musicians and church people. There's a lot of elements to this that he put a lot of thought into, and I can't say enough about the young man. I can't wait to see what he does next. Hopefully he writes for me again. Ha ha ha! Only one left. So what's really to be back tonight? There is only one envelope left. If you could relive one role over again, which would it be and why? Would you change anything about your performance? The experience that I had making 8 Mile was unmatched. It was like no other. And if you look at that film and you see how many of us got our careers started in 8 Mile, I would love to relive that because there's a lot of my friends from that film who passed away. But I wouldn't change anything about the role itself. If I had to change something, John Leguizamo directed his first film for HBO and he gave me a shot. And I didn't give my best performance. I gave what I had, but I could have been better. It was called Undefeated. I would change some of the stuff in there. But by and large, I'm pretty happy with my performances. I watch them and I keep it moving to the next. And they start accumulating. Next thing you know, somebody tells you got 94 credits. There it is. Daily Mailbag, thanks for having me. I had a lot of fun. Feels good being tall and sitting down. I'm gonna skin out before somebody tries to make me clean up this mess that I made, even though these are other people's problems. I did not answer 74 envelopes, so I don't know who the hell did this, but I'm not cleaning it up. See you soon, Daily Mail. Thanks for tuning in.